welcome to the post-match show of Chennai Super Kings versus Lucknow Super Giants. And no surprises there. Chennai Super Kings won. And when I say it's not surprising, it's not because it was in Chepauk, but because since yesterday, Atreo has been getting all his predictions correct. And today, yet again, he had said go Chennai, and Chennai went and conquered Lucknow. So, uh, welcome Atreo, of course, with all his predictions
Hello.
correct.
Yeah.
He's becoming
Hi.
the
Hi.
octopus. You know that Paul the octopus.
Ah.
Welcome Shubhayan
Absolutely.
again. Shubhayan has become a bit of a
Right.
post-show fixture.
Emergency guy.
Absolutely. And
Champion.
Rohan, welcome yet again. After college, he watched the IPL match, refreshed himself, and he's back with questions for Shubhan and Atra.
Absolutely. And what a cracking match. I love to see these high scoring games. 400 runs in 40 overs. This is IPL. I enjoy it so much. Lucknow nearly chased it down. Really credits to the batters. We'll come to that. But before that, let's start from the very beginning as how the match started. CSK's opening pair, they was fantastic. Rituraj Gaikwad again, brilliant knock, 57 of 31. Devon Conway, 47, just means the 50. And they have surpassed their own record of 75 for 1 in the power play. They had it in Chepauk in 2018, and this became the second highest power play run in IPL. Your thoughts on that, Acho, on the opening pair for CSK?
I think they sealed the match in the first 6 overs itself, and they went about their job in a very certain manner, and they kept hitting them everywhere out of the park, and that's where they probably made an impact which uh, possibly sealed the match.
Well,
As it says, morning shows the day. So
absolutely.
it makes me the first over for the match. First 6 overs for the match. Yeah, Tisha.
So that actually puts a lot of responsibility on Rohan because he does the morning show for us. So if the morning show goes wrong, then the day might not be that well for Rev Sports. But for CSK, this was the third 100-run partnership between Ruturaj and Devon Conway. Do you think, Shubhayan, that KL Rahul got in Mark Wood a little too late?
I think Mark Wood's role has been such for England as well in T20I setup that he comes and bowls in the middle over. So I think they are going by that template as well. Use him after the power play and try to restrict those runs in the middle over, and that is how Owen Morgan started to use Mark Wood. That is how Josh Butler now is using Mark Wood, and that is how I think KL Rahul and the Lucknow Super Giants team management has started to use Mark Wood. I certainly feel I have a different perspective altogether. That if your best bowler is available, use him up front. At least give him 1 over. If he does well, then okay, continue with him. If he doesn't do well, then okay, you have a Mark Wood available for your 12th, 10th over, 12th over, and later in the death overs. So I feel that Mark Wood should be given at least 1 over with the new ball and see how it goes about how he goes about his business, because whatever his pace might be, he is bowling 140, 145 plus, 150, touching 150. But still, the new ball, the science behind it, it helps with the lacquer. It helps the ball swing up front. So maybe with a bit of swing like Mitchell Stark does with the new ball for Australia, I think Mark would can add that bit of lethality in his bowling if he's given the new ball. That's what I feel. But of course, they have a much more highly qualified analyst and video analyst present in their dugout who analyze whatever their strength and weaknesses are and decide according to the situation. But if you have to ask my opinion, then I would have given Mark Wood at least 1 over. If he picks up 2-3 wickets in his first over, or at least 1 wicket, or at least gives less than 6 runs, then I would persist with him in the power play and then later bring him during the death over or the middle over according to the situation.
Okay.
Absolutely, Rohan.
Yeah. Okay. Acho, talking about Shubhan talked about Mark Wood. But overall, the bowling, CSK's batting has been fantastic today. But your thoughts on Ravi Bishnoi? He had a good over, 28 runs given, took 3 wickets, economy 7. Your thoughts on Ravi Bishnoi's performance today?
I think Ravi Bishnoi was quite all right, and the way he performed, it was he kept deceiving the batters and with his variations and all that, and he was quite all right, I would say. And I also quite agree with what Shubhan is saying, that the Chennai batters, they were they dominated the bowlers all the while, and that is where the match was defined. And it doesn't matter. I mean, what Ravi Bishnoi did, he was quite good. I mean, no doubt about that. But I quite agree with Shubhayan when he says that the Chennai batters, especially in the opening phases, they made the difference, and that is where the game was defined, and that is where the game didn't only change, but that is where the game took shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shubhan, Dhoni was really looked in good nick from whatever we saw in both the matches. Is he kind of underutilizing himself? Should he give himself, say, 2 to 3 overs? And again, only if a wicket falls. You cannot push someone out or ask someone to retire, or maybe you can.
You know, I understand why Dhonish is pushing himself so much lower down the order, because first of all he has had a dodgy knee for a while now. He's not running that quick in the between the wickets that he used to when he was an proper active international cricketer. So I think that knee has a huge role to play in Dhoni taking that decision of putting himself at number 7 or number 8, because if he comes at over number 14 or 13 or 15, then he knows that he needs to run as quick as he used to do, which is currently not able to do because of his dodgy knee. When he comes at the 20th over or the 90th over, he has just one job: swing the bat. If he connects, which he did today, it will sail all over the fence and the Chepauk Stadium. I texted a few of my friends who were present at the press box at Chepauk today, and they were saying, "Bro, it is absolutely bonkers." Yesterday they were there in Bengaluru as well, some of them, and today they were saying Bengaluru crowd, okay, they did everything they could for RCB, but today's Chepauk crowd, after 4 years, Atru has been was in Chennai for so many years, so he understands, he knows what the Chennai local people have that emotion for MS Dhoni, and you could sense that, the pressure. Mark Wood was bowling to MS Dhoni, a peak Mark Wood against a finished MS Dhoni who has retired, who just plays IPL nowadays. He was bowling to MS Dhoni, and MS Dhoni just connect the second shot. The timing of that was, and I was telling Rohan and Asro about it in the before we went live, that I was listening to Bhojpuri commentary. I have been listening to Bhojpuri commentary throughout this IPL, and it was all paisa vasool. It was proper paisa vasool. The commentary, the strokes, the crowd atmosphere, which we could listen to from the earphones, which I have currently. It was absolutely bonkers, and but like I wished our entire Rev Sports team could have been present in RCB's Chinnaswamy yesterday and Chepauk today, to witness that sort of atmosphere which Virat Kohli and MS Dhoni has brought in the consecutive day. Absolutely madness. And but coming back to the question, I think the way Ravindra Jadeja has been batting for India, I think he deserves to get promoted up the order. I feel he should be promoted up the order. Ambati Raidu, a proper batsman. Shivam Dube did really well today at number 3. So I think the move to demote Dhoni, I think it justifies the entire performance of the CSK batting unit, justifies that move.
Okay. And in today's morning show also, we were talking with Raja Raman sir, and he was talking about the Chennai crowd, as he was telling. And there is something about this yellow brigade in the fan zone. Chennai, Kerala Blasters,
Kerala.
you see, Yeah, Kerala
And
Blasters. You see Borussia Dortmund in Germany when they play in the Signal Iduna Park is all yellow, and I loved it. And coming to Atro,
Thursday. Wait for Thursday. Eden Gardens is going to show a proper atmosphere again.
I'm sure
okay, okay.
Eden will, but the question is, what will KKR show to Eden?
I was
Anyways,
Don't
going
talk
to
about that team. We are talking about CSK and LSG right now.
Sivan, I can feel you. I feel you. I feel you. Yeah. Coming back to the question, Atrio, yes, we're talking about the power play. We talked about CSK's power play, but overall, this today's power play combined power play score was the second highest in IPL. Earlier, that the highest still stays from Punjab and CSK match back in 2014, 170, but today also 159. And uh, Kyle Myers, again a 53 from 22 balls. What a destructive batter he is. Talk to me about Myers' performance and his contribution to the combined power play score.
Kyle Mayer is somebody who's an impossibly destructive batsman, and he can
the
do
words
things
that
with.
Atro uses, you know,
Impossibly destructive. Yeah,
possibly destructive batsman.
That
Yeah, sorry,
that's
Subhash.
an apt description given the way he has been playing in the last two matches. Yes, please,
True,
Asif.
true.
yeah, please observe.
Yeah, he plays shots which are impossible to comprehend, and those hits over extra cover, and to the other parts of the ground, those are a little difficult to execute, and because Kyle Myers plays those shots, and that is why he's such a difficult batter to bowl to, and he's I mean, as a bowler, think about it. As a bowler, you you think of a plan, right? I mean, you devise a plan, and that is how you are going to bowl at somebody. And these guys just completely defies everything, and it's a little weird, I would say, and you cannot specifically devise a plan against him, and therein also lies a few fault lines that this is not going to click every day.
Yeah, absolutely.
But
Yes,
I have a point. The way Mayers has been batting, and he gives you a couple of overs up front with his swing as well, in swing as well, long, a big in swing. So I think Nicholas Puran's place in this playing 11 is in danger. Once Quinton de Kock returns, Nicholas Puran, 16 crore. I think despite that price tag, his place in this playing 11 is in danger. Maybe KL Rahul can bat at number three as well, because that's the position which Lucknow Super Giants has been missing. They don't have a proper number three. So KL Rahul can bat at number three and open with Kyle Mayers and Quinton de Kock. That would be a destructive partnership pair.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Atrio.
please.
Yes, Abdul.
Shubhayan keeps making those very fascinating and interesting points. He is absolutely right that when Quinton de Kock returns, probably the places of some of the other players are not going
Nicholas
to be
Puran to be
filled.
precise, yeah. Nicholas Puran
Uh,
to be precise.
okay, all right.
Because Mark Wood is
Uh,
playing 100%.
No, Shubhan, I actually had a point to add once Atro finishes. Sorry, Atro, please.
Yeah.
no, I just had only one point, one thing to say, that Shubhan is making a very precise point, that these guys are not going to be so effective or so indispensable when the other guys return. So, that's a very good point that he makes. And as far as Myers goes, I would say that okay, he has clicked. Whether this is going to click for a longer period,
Yeah,
I'm not so sure.
Fantastic.
absolutely.
Fantastic is the determination, not like I am enjoying the fact that Myers might not click for Lucknow. But,
Yeah,
when you talk about overseas players, I feel um, Stoinis hasn't clicked that well for Lucknow somehow. I think for Delhi he had clicked better, and this happens. This happens that you go to a particular franchisee and you click better in that franchisee. Could be anything, not particularly a single reason. But you think maybe Puran might still get a few matches. Stoinis could be the first one to maybe sit out when Quinton comes back.
But
Shubham?
Trisha, when we are talking about Quinton, when we are talking about comparing like Nicholas Puran's place and Marcus Stoinis' place, similarly to Kyle Mayers and Marcus Stoinis gives you that option with the ball. If even if they score a duck, they have that option. Okay, if KL Rahul hands them the ball, they might pick up a wicket in their only one over if they bowl. So they have that option of making things right, making things correct with the ball as well. So they are multi-utility player. Nicholas Puran, okay, I understand he's a fantastic, incredible fielder. He's a good wicket keeper. He's arguably 16 crore. If you have spent, you are thinking him as your one of the most MVP players in that setup. But with the bat, last season also he had a decent, okay outing. This season around also he has not started well. But I think if you have to ask me, then I would prefer a Marcus Stoinis over a Nicholas Puran because with the bat they both can do the same. If Marcus Stoinis clicks, he is as destructive as Nicholas Puran. If he goes about it, if he's connecting right in the middle from ball one, he will say, okay, I'll smash 60 of 30 balls and show what I can do.
Yeah.
Right.
Atra, coming to you, in today's morning show also we were talking with Devashish and Rajaraman sir about the spin of that might help CSK at Chipok, and that actually helped Moin Ali. And your thoughts on CSK's spin, Atra?
Today, it was probably not the best day for the spin bowlers because whatever kind of bowling was done, and they were hit for runs, quite a few runs, be it pace or spin. So I think today wasn't exactly the day, but Chepauk in general is a place where spinners tend to play a more important role. And again, I have to come back to Shubhan and say that yes, Marcus Stoinis is a more valuable player. I mean, than a lot of others. I'm not talking names. I'm not comparing him with others, but he's a very, very valuable guy to have around. So when we talk about Chennai, yes, the pitch is probably going to favor. Don't go by the first day. Okay, today was the first day, and
Right.
the summer is going to increase. The heat is going to increase.
Yeah.
So
The
and
pitches are
and
going
that
to get tired.
exactly, and that is going to have an impact on the surfaces that we are going to encounter. So mm, let us not go by what we saw today.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Just to add on to Atreo, this was a pre 2010 Chepauk pitch, which was flat as anyone could imagine, and this was today was the best opportunity for Lucknow Super Giants to chase down that 218 run total. I just felt that they didn't bat well enough according to the situation. Yes, Atreo.
I don't think because it was going to be a quite a tough chase for them, and they probably didn't live up to that those expectations, and they kept losing wickets at fairly regular intervals, and which
That's what.
probably
Yeah.
derailed their chase. So yeah, I mean, if you go by the run rate and all that, yes, I mean, 12 balls, 36 runs, or something similar. Those
Hmm.
things were there. I mean, if you go purely by the paper, they were probably in the chase, but actually they were not.
Hmm.
and
True, I
that was
Yeah,
completely
because that was
I,
because they
I
lost.
am telling. Yeah, I am saying that could have been changed because they were 85 in 7 overs with a loss of 1 wicket, and after that they just lost 3 wickets just by going after those shots. Had they curbed that instincts and played those couple of
Hmm.
overs when Moeen Ali was bowling really well, I think they could have accelerated with more wickets in hand with the KL Rahul still on the pitch with the other players still on the pitch. They could have easily accelerated later on because the pitch I felt was good enough to bat on and chase down 220. Just the applicability part, I think that was not present in today's LSG's chase.
yes,
Yes,
Atra.
Afternoon.
It was not easy. It was not easy.
Oh, absolutely. 200 plus is never easy to chase. Absolutely.
You know,
And
I
that
was
is
just
where
about to say
what
that.
I'm, yeah.
Yeah,
But they
Shubha,
tried
what you
well.
are saying, I completely understand. But at the same time, when someone gets out, yes, 85 runs were scored. But there were so much, like, there was such a long way to go. So when you come out as a batter, you are thinking of the required run rate. And the shots come automatically because you know
Hmm.
you do not have the time to settle in with a score like 218. While I completely agree with you that the pitch was probably the best pitch that Chepauk has provided for batting so far. Again,
Right.
one match we cannot completely go by that. But having
Right.
said that, once your opponent has scored above 200, it automatically becomes difficult. Also, Shubhan, I was just coming to this that you also have to understand
Mhm.
that KL Rahul is not a KL Rahul who scores consistently, at least in the first two matches, taking nothing away from
Right.
that guy because I am a huge KL Rahul fan. So I'm not going to take anything away
Mm.
from him, but at the same time, he's not executing it well so far. So automatically, the other batters who were coming in were under pressure because of
Hmm. No,
you know,
I understand completely,
and that's
but
where the
I
shots happen and the
personally,
false shots happen. I mean,
But
but I
overall,
personally
that is
how
how
would
it
didn't.
is.
you, but overall, how would you rate LSG's batting? Because they were close. They had such huge run to chase
Who
in
is
front
this
of
you?
them.
How would you rate means which you?
No,
Me,
no,
you, I don't
in
know.
general,
But
Shubhan.
that is what I'm trying to say. You know, they went to 200 plus. They could have easily chased down that 218. Those 3 overs from 7 to 10 overs, they were 100 in 10 overs. If they had taken those singles and twos without losing those wickets, sometimes you know
Absolutely.
we when we are playing, when I was at least playing, I used to think, okay, इस बंदे का दिन अच्छा जा रहा है, लास्ट के 2 ओवर बचे हैं, let's take those singles and two, इसको आज छोड़ देते हैं इसको. If there was a guy in Naya team who was flighting those balls like Maro, he was saying Maro, but we were like, okay, singles and doubles because he had taken 4 wickets already in his 3 overs. We didn't charge. He was looping the ball, but we didn't charge because we knew that आज उसका दिन है, हम लोग अच्छे से कनेक्ट करेंगे तो बाउंड्री में कैच जाएगा. सो दैट इज व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. वो लोग 10 ओवर में भी 100 रन पे थे. अगर वो लोग 7 ओवर से सिंगल सिंगल पे भी खेलते तो 100 रन पे ही पहुंचते without losing those wickets. And
Yeah.
those wickets, KL Rahul, Deepak Huda, and Nicholas
Those were
Puran,
important.
had they stayed around for long, they could have easily chased down that. Not easily, as after saying, it is not easy, but they could
Yeah.
Yeah.
have chased down that 218 run total. I feel that at least.
I think
Afsosh.
Atra and I both are agreeing with the fact that they could have chased it down. What we are saying is the execution part becomes difficult when it's 10 runs per
Absolutely,
over.
absolutely,
Because,
Yeah.
when it's more
absolutely.
than, if it's 218, it's more than 10 runs per over even before you start
Mhm.
playing your first delivery. And even when you are
Absolutely.
scoring at 10 runs per over, your
Yeah.
required run rate is more than 11. So
Even at
it's
15 overs,
Absolutely.
there were
That
150.
is that. You know, that is why it's easy to analyze in hindsight than going there and play that match.
yeah, yeah,
भाई
absolutely. And
भाई एक बात बोलूं
we are here. Sorry.
Of
भाई
course, Atrada.
भाई एक
Yes,
बात बोलूं.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
देखो
बोलो बोलो.
देखो मेरे भाई मेरे दोस्त ऐसा एनालाइज करना इजी है लेकिन जब आप
बिल्कुल.
200 के ऊपर चेस कर रहे हो आपके 2-3 विकेट निकल गए और it becomes a little bit difficult because um, you well I mean if you go by the run rate and asking rate and all those things it's probably simple. I mean it's probably plausible in
हम्म.
the
हम्म.
ऐसा होता है लेकिन ऐसा तो होता नहीं है ना.
That is true.
बिल्कुल
That
बिल्कुल.
is true. And that's why we
इसलिए
have more
मैंने वो
shows.
दो तीन विकेट गिरने से पहले वाला सिचुएशन बताया कि वो दो तीन विकेट नहीं गिरने देने चाहिए.
Also,
And when the
that is the reason
home
that we
and the
analyze
when
the show. Sorry,
and
what are
when and when the crowd is supporting the bowling side, that's also a
you?
separate one.
That's the fun of home and
And
Crowd
away.
like,
is a
Yeah,
crowd is
you
a
know,
huge factor. Crowd is a huge factor in
huge,
this
huge,
match.
massive, massive factor, massive factor.
Yeah.
And
that can be a
I have
mood
I've
dampener,
been to
you know.
Chepauk. I've been to Chepauk. I've seen those matches over there, and I can speak for practical experience that they make a lot of noise, and they really back up their team, and they are the 12 and 13 men or
They
women,
Absolutely.
whatever.
now
Absolutely.
13th man. Now
Women.
now
Impact player
now
available throughout the match.
Yeah, you know, Atru, there is this story. I will end it with a small story. It is I was speaking to a friend, and her aunt suddenly said, "Oh, is it a Chennai match? Then Chennai has to win. You know, Thala has to play well." And I was like, "Auntie, you watch cricket? I didn't know you watch cricket." And she said, "No, I don't watch cricket. I don't know how how is cricket played. But Chennai Super Kings has to win." So it is that craze. That's what I'm saying. You know, that is how much they back the Chennai team. And while obviously the Chennai people will back their team, we will come back tomorrow morning with teeing off with Ref Sports yet again. And we hope that Rohan gives us the start that Chennai openers gave Chennai the start today. So
And
do
finish
join
it
us.
off like and finish it off like Mahendra Singh Bahubali Dhoni Bhaiya. That is what I picked up from Bhojpuri commentary.
really.
Absolutely. I have a funny story about this also, but that has to be off camera. So
Yeah.
as of now, you guys obviously have a good night's sleep. Come back tomorrow with your hot steaming cup of tea, coffee, and join Rohan and his guests for the show. Yes, Atru.
I would say that 200 plus total is never going to be, that easy to chase. Because
Right.
yes, you can say that it has been chased down a lot of times. You can show me statistics, you can show me numbers that so many times it has been achieved. But it's 10 and over. Uh, it's a bit odd.
Absolutely. V. Manjunath. Dhoni scored the victory margin at a strike rate of 400, countered Wood with plywood. Wow,
Do- do- Doctor
that's a
is one of
tagline
the
for some plywood company.
he's a
But
good friend.
Manjunath
He's a
scored
good
the
friend. Doctor is a good friend, and you know he's one of the most funniest guy with the funniest joke I would say on Twitter. You guys have to follow him, and thanks for watching, Doc. And yes, Dhoni, Mahendra Singh Bahubali Dhoni Bhaiya finished off in style and answered wood with plywood, as you say.
Shubhan,
Joyous
I
absolutely.
Dhoni.
need to
And
watch the games in Bhojpuri commentary after you said all this.
Arey, I am learning Bhojpuri. By the time the IPL ends, maybe we can do the 23 ODI World Cup with Bhojpuri show in our sports.
absolutely, I am all ready. Yes, Atru.
I am. I must say this that the so wonderful points that you guys make is something that which quite. I'm so impressed with because as you can see from the color of my beard, that I'm a little beyond you guys, right? So, despite that, I must say that you guys are so committed to the game, and you guys make so wonderful and impressive points, which is which keeps me going.
Perfect. That
Absolutely,
is
Afro.
what we want to
That
hear.
one of the Punjabi commentators said, "उड़ गए डंडे, गड़ गए झंडे."
We want to keep Atroga going, but as of now, we have to end this show because we are quite capable of going on whole night. But Rohan has to wake up. Rohan is the one who's at fault here.
No,
So,
no, sure.
good night,
Shubhan will also
Atri.
join me tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All the best,
I,
Shubham.
I am not going to be there. Huh? Remember, I am not
Okay,
going to be there.
okay, okay.
But
Done
we are
that.
all assembling at our office tomorrow. So yeah, tonight,
Absolutely,
today,
we are.
it's 12. Yeah, it's
Yes,
five past
and
12.
it's a
So
big day.
today.
It's our junior champion Aisha Majumdar's birthday, and we will all be celebrating it together from our office. While you guys keep joining us for the shows, keep enjoying, and please do join, comment, follow us, because all the discussions, all the hard work that we put in, it's just so
Troubleshoot
that
us.
we can reach you
Troubleshoot
guys.
us.
Absolutely, troubleshoot us. Troll us if you like. We don't mind that either.
Do that. Do that. Do that. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's an integral
We are
part of the whole thing.
absolutely, but do not ignore us. This is something I've learned from not a very famous character called Karan Johar, but yes, love us, hate us, but don't ignore us. And as of now, go off to sleep, guys. Good night. Good night,
Do
Good
gentlemen.
night.
poke us. Keep poking us.
Yes.